Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Watch my video and subscribe my channel. Luna back on screen. Brooke snaps at Ridge. The bold and the beautiful spoilers update for the week of July 28th to August 1st suggests that Luna Nozoa will finally be returning on screen, while Sheila Sharp makes a plea to Lee Finnegan. Brooke Logan will also snap at Ridge Forrester, so here's what BNB fans may expect. Once the plane lands in Italy, it won't take long for Brooke, Ridge, and Eric Forrester to get to work. There'll be some crucial appearances to be made in Naples, but there'll also be a spectacular occasion in Capri. Viewers will attend a fancy fashion show and listen to some speeches, but then Brooke will want to take out on an adventure with Nick. Ridge's attempt to control Brooke won't go down well, so she'll strike out at him and opt to leave with Nick anyhow. Of course, Nick will think this is his big moment to sweep Brooke off her feet, so he'll take her out on a boat and prepare to pop the question. This is all building to Brooke's injury and Ridge's life-saving quest in the coming episodes. In the meantime, Will Spencer will have a suggestion for Electra Forrester to chew over. It turns out Will's going to push Electra into fashion modeling, so we'll see if she goes for the notion. As for Sheila, she'll continue to lament the loss of Luna. Lee told Sheila that Luna's service was already done and that it had been managed, but Sheila will still hope to say farewell. Sheila might plead to see Luna's body before it's placed to rest, or maybe she'll want to see Luna's urn or grave instead. Regardless, Lee will reject to approve Sheila's request. There'll be an excellent explanation why, since Luna is still alive and stashed away somewhere. Fans will ultimately see Luna back on screen, but she won't be out of the woods yet when it comes to her recuperation. It looks like Luna will be comatose with all kinds of devices hooked up to her, but Lee is certainly monitoring her constantly. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest the week of July 28th to August 1st will bring some gripping sequences and significant mysteries. So stay tuned for updates on all the info Lee's keeping under wraps. Luna's funeral sets off alarm bells. The twisted killer is alive and in a coma. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that Luna Nozoa's burial sets off alarm bells, calling the twisted killer's purported death in question. Sheila Carter Sharp interviews Poppy Nozoa about Luna's memorial service. She wanted to come to pay her respects to her dead granddaughter. Poppy says that the memorial service already occurred. There wouldn't be another. She didn't apologize for not inviting her, simply that she hopes to move on the best she can following her daughter's death. Sheila cannot comprehend that they have buried Luna without any form of service. She had hoped to bond with Dr. John Finnegan over his daughter's untimely death. Sheila Sharp grieves her granddaughter. Luna's death hit Sheila pretty hard. She knew her granddaughter had a terrible life, but believed she could have steered her to a better path. She only needed time and a chance to guide her in the correct direction. But she didn't get the chance, and it hurts her heart. Deacon feels bad about Sheila's anguish at Luna's death. However, he looks relieved Luna is no longer an issue and a risk to Steffi, Forrester, and Finn. He vows to be there for Sheila as she works through her painful loss. Lee Finnegan confesses a secret to Sheila Sharp. The bold and the beautiful spoilers state that Dr. Lee Finnegan makes a startling confession to Sheila during the week of July 28th. She likely will acknowledge that Luna is not dead. She kidnapped her and faked her death to save her. She might even tell the Eight-Toe Bandit where she can visit her granddaughter. Lee might even concede that Luna is in a coma, but should pull through. This will put Sheila in a terrible place. Will she inform Deacon Sharp about Luna, or will she keep it a secret to protect Luna? The BNB spoilers hint that Lee will make Sheila pledge to keep it a secret. If she tells, she will deny it and move Luna somewhere else. Sheila will never see her granddaughter again. For all we know, Lee could even threaten to let Luna die if she informs anyone, including Deacon. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal Lisa Yamada is still on contract, so more Luna drama is expected in the coming weeks. Finn can't forgive Steffi. Shin falls apart. Dr. John Finnegan has been the perfect husband to Steffi Forrester since they tied the wedding on CBS Bold and the Beautiful. But B&B spoilers claim that everyone has their limit and Finn is getting tired of his wife's ultimatums and harsh comments regarding his biological daughter. Steffi and Finn's marriage is in terrible trouble. Would the good doctor walk out on his wife? Here's what's coming up next on the Bold and the Beautiful. Spoilers down below. Steffi's ultimatums. When Steffi married Finn, she had no idea what she was getting herself up to. When the nice doctor said, "I do," he was only an adopted doctor. But after the wedding, it was revealed that Finn's mother was none other than Sheila Carter. After battling with wild Sheila and Finn nearly getting killed, Steffi Forrester barred Sheila from their lives, and Finn agreed to remove all links from his birth mother. Then, killer Luna Nozawa came in Los Angeles, and it was discovered that she was Finn's birth daughter. Just like with his birth mom, Finn refused to build a relationship with Luna for his wife. Steffi Forrester goes too far? According to Bold and the Beautiful teasers, Steffi Forrester will be a little too giddy about Luna's death, and Finn will have finally had enough. She may even try to tell him that he can't attend his birth daughter's funeral after she shot Liam Spencer. It's one thing for Steffi to not allow Finn to have a relationship with Luna, but not letting him mourn her death is crossing a line as far as the good doctor is concerned. All signs are pointing to a shin split in the near future, and it sounds like Luna's death will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Will Dr. Finn and Steffi Forrester split? The Bold and the Beautiful catapults into turmoil during the explosive week of July 28th to August 1st, as secrets fracture, relationships detonate, and long-buried truths claw their way to the surface. Starting with the unsettling arrival of Luna Nozawa. Though considered dead and mourned by few, Luna is far from gone. Hidden away in a sterile chamber covered in secrecy, her unconscious body is heavily monitored by none other than Lee Finnegan, who once faked her own son's death and now mimics history by controlling the fate of her niece. It all begins as the Forrester aircraft lands into the brilliant shores of Italy, setting the stage for a high-fashion exhibition meant to merge elegance and commerce, but instead opening a Pandora's box of betrayal, loss, and boiling wrath. Eric, Brooke, and Ridge get off the plane into Naples' golden sun, anticipating a weekend filled with press appearances and a long-awaited fashion display in Capri. But nothing goes according to plan. Back in Los Angeles, Sheila Carter Sharp, now stripped of her claws and frantically seeking to find forgiveness, approaches Lee with emotional wishes to say her goodbyes to Luna, not aware that her granddaughter is still alive. Sheila had mourned Luna softly, alone, estranged from the rest of the family, desiring closure and a final moment of grace. But Lee's stone-cold refusal sends warning flags. She claims everything is handled. Luna is gone, the service already occurred, and no amount of tears from Sheila will change that narrative. But something about Lee's robotic tone and fierce determination fires skepticism in Sheila's mind. Still heartbroken and feeling helpless, Sheila turns to Deacon, who soothes her but secretly thinks Luna's demise will restore harmony between Finn and Steffi. Deacon, like Steffi, viewed Luna as a threat, an insane girl who brought a pistol into their life and started a chain reaction of blood and misery. But for Sheila, Luna symbolized hope, an opportunity at forgiveness through family, and the loss shatters her. Meanwhile, Poppy coldly refuses to allow Sheila approach the family or even acknowledge her granddaughter's memories. She insists she's moving on the best she can, but her cold manner belies remorse and fear, because she, too, fears Lee may be hiding something dangerous. And Lee is. Luna's funeral, pulled together in haste with no public invite and no corpse present, begins to collapse under inspection. Finn, still reeling from the news of his daughter's murder and struggling with Steffi's chilly comfort, begins to wonder, why didn't Lee let him see Luna one more time? Why was he denied a final goodbye? Steffi offers cutting logic. Luna was a killer. She sought to destroy their family, and she deserves to be forgotten. But her detachment simply increases the canyon between her and Finn. As Finn's mistrust festers, Steffi leans more into ultimatums, reminding Finn that any prolonged interest in Luna, alive or dead, may lose them their marriage. But for the first time, Finn pushes back. He defends his right to grieve and worries whether Steffi's hatred has exceeded a moral threshold. The couple erupts in a thunderous fight, and Finn walks out emotionally wrecked, unsure where to turn. Back in Italy, the Forrester family prepares for the Capri fashion event. Electra Forrester, an up-and-coming legacy with unrealized modeling potential, receives a surprise push from Will Spencer, who proposes she go into the spotlight. At first, Electra hesitates, questioning if she belongs in the legacy-laden world of Forrester fashion, but Will's support proves powerful. While Electra ponders her future, Brooke Logan sets her eyes on the past, Nick Marone. The rugged sailor-turned-businessman makes a bold presence in Capri and invites Brooke on an Italian adventure. She agrees, desiring one final escape before returning to her emotional tug-of-war with Ridge. But Ridge, ever the possessive romantic, demands she stay by his side. Brooke, tired of his hypocrisy and tired of being second to Taylor or Eric's legacy, explodes. She explodes at Ridge in front of everyone, calling him domineering and condescending, and makes the daring choice to depart with Nick. Ridge tries to follow, but Brooke retreats with Nick into the shimmering Italian sea on his luxury yacht, where Nick arranges a surprise proposal, oblivious that a storm is brewing, literally and metaphorically. As Brooke and Nick slide into tumultuous seas, rumor spreads that Sheila has seen Lee in secret and, astonishingly, knows the truth. Luna is alive. In an unexpected moment of weakness, or perhaps empathy, Lee confesses. She reveals that Luna survived a gunshot but slipped into a coma. To protect her from prosecution and preserve the family name, Lee fabricated Luna's death, conducted a phony burial, and stowed her in a private clinic she runs. Sheila is astonished, overcome by joy and terror. She wants to see her grandchild, but Lee lays down stringent rules. Keep this secret or Luna will disappear forever. Sheila agrees, but something shifts inside her. Her instincts scream that Luna's narrative isn't ended, and keeping her locked away, even for safety, isn't right. Back in Los Angeles, Hope Logan observes a difference in Carter. Since Daphne Rose's return, he's been distant, distracted, and more concerned in legal damage management than romance. Hope's instinct tells her something is wrong, but she's too absorbed with the news of Luna's alleged memorial and the whispers of Steffi's marital collapse to act on it. Daphne, meantime, continues her seductive pursuit of Carter, chipping away at his commitment to Hope with every gaze and sultry suggestion. Meanwhile, Finn, aching and lost, does the unthinkable. He calls out to Sheila. She discloses everything about Luna's health, but vows him to quiet. Finn demands to visit Luna, and Sheila arranges it. When he arrives to the private clinic, he breaks down upon seeing his daughter alive, albeit unconscious. Machines beep steadily. Tubes snake from her thin body. She's not gone. She's just waiting. And with that awareness, everything changes. Finn returns to Steffi, but refuses to lie. He assures her Luna is alive and he's going to fight for her. Steffi loses it. She slaps him, throws him out, accuses him of betrayal. Shin is over. Ridge hears of the breakup and tries to interfere, but Steffi swears she's better off. At the same time, news reaches Ridge that Brooke has fallen overboard during a severe storm while sailing with Nick. He races to the marina. Eric attempts to soothe him, but Ridge is hysterical. Divers are sent out. Boats scour the waves. When Ridge eventually finds Brooke clinging to driftwood in the swirling sea, he dives in and saves her, hauling her to safety. Mouth to mouth and all. As she coughs up seawater and struggles for air, their eyes meet. In that moment, Ridge understands he's never stopped loving her. Nick watches from the boat, dismayed. Brooke reaches for Ridge, not Nick. Nick's dream is dashed. Eric, watching from afar, knows his interference has worked. He kept Nick from winning Brooke, just as planned. Brooke recovers, and Ridge calls off any residual promises to Taylor, recommitting himself to Brooke totally. But back home, Sheila confronts a choice: protect Lee's secret or tell Finn the real tale. Meanwhile, Luna's fingers twitch ever so slightly as monitors spike. She's waking up. And when she does, everything will change. Bold and the Beautiful has cracked open a new age of rivalries, revenge, rebirth, and redemption. And none of these people will ever be the same again. After Ridge picks Brooke, Taylor leaves town and joins Steffi in Los Angeles. Spoilers for the Bold and the Beautiful claim that Taylor Hayes might leave town once Ridge Forrester choose Brooke Logan. Will Taylor leave Los Angeles with Steffi Forrester at least for a while? Taylor had misled herself into thinking that Ridge's pledge meant something. But his history indicates that it doesn't. Ridge has a history of waffling between women and is about to do it once more. B&B is getting ready for another round of Brooke and Ridge's fate. It will be enough for Ridge to get back together with Brooke after he saves her from an accident in Italy. Taylor's huge aspirations for a future with Ridge are about to go up in smoke. It'll be upsetting and plain humiliating when Ridge selected Brooke over Taylor in the end. Ridge will discover Eric Forrester was right and that Brooke is genuinely the woman he's intended to be with. Ridge doesn't want to shatter Taylor's heart again and again, but if he wants to start over with Brooke, he has to do it. What will Taylor do when she feels bitter, broken, and alone again? It's easy to picture Taylor wanting to move as far away from Ridge as possible after he wounds her. Taylor might not want to stay and see Brooke start over with Ridge from the front row. Brooke will grab Ridge back and get the happy ending she needs, but Taylor will feel that her own romantic pleasure has been snatched away. Since Steffi recently proclaimed that she's leaving town with the kids for a little, the door's wide open for Taylor to follow her. Taylor might move off-screen for a while with Steffi while Jacqueline McInnes Wood is on maternity leave. This could be a good opportunity to rest the character of Taylor until the show can figure out what to do with her following this breakup. No matter how it all goes down, the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Taylor will get updates on some horrible news once Ridge reunites with Brooke once more. Hope Logan on edge as seductive Daphne Rose returns to seduce her fiancé Carter. Hope Logan's engagement to Carter Walton faces a severe challenge as the beautiful Daphne Rose returns to LA. With her tempting fragrances and flirty charm, Daphne's dangerous return threatens Hope and Carter's engagement. Hope Logan's worst nightmare is back in Los Angeles. Just when Hope Logan thought her engagement to Carter Walton was secure, the one woman who could destroy everything has returned to Los Angeles. Daphne Rose, the attractive perfume consultant with her arsenal of intoxicating scents, is back in town, and Hope has every right to be on edge. The woman who already crossed the line. Remember, when Hope came into the CEO office and find Carter involved in a passionate kiss with Daphne? That treachery still stings. Now the woman who was particularly paid by Steffi Forrester to seduce Carter and destroy their relationship is returned to finish what she started. Daphne isn't just any rival. She's a business weapon dispatched by Steffi with one clear mission: rip up Hope and Carter's power couple status and destroy their reign of Forrester creations. Her mysterious perfumes that seem to hypnotize everyone around her? They're simply one instrument in her enticing armory. Hope's engagement ring suddenly feels less secure. Despite wearing Carter's engagement ring, Hope knows that didn't stop Daphne previously. The flirty behavior, the extra time spent together, those intoxicating fragrances floating around the office, it all led to that horrific kiss Hope observed personally. Now, Daphne's reappearance has Hope analyzing Carter's every action. Can she trust her fiancé around the women who had proven she could turn his head? After everything they've been through to be together, after taking control of Forrester creations from the Forrester family, will their love strong enough to survive another round of Daphne's planned seduction?